I want to share with you my amazing experience with Dr. Joe Dispenza. I actually went to his progressive retreat and then 3 weeks later, his week-long retreat, because the progressive was pushed back 3 months because it was supposed to be in January, but the wildfires pushed it to March, and then the week-long was in April. So what a blessing. I was so grateful because I got to just pivot from one to the other. And what he teaches is how to unlearn survival mode. And how he does that is really through meditations. We did walking meditations, we did lying down meditations, sitting up meditations, a combination of those meditations. And each day we did it for 6 hours. Can you believe that? We got up and then we had an hour or so lecture, then a 2-hour meditation, then breakfast. That was about an hour and a half, then another lecture, another 2-hour meditation, then lunch, then another lecture, another 2-hour meditation, and then we went home. We went to our rooms. And that was just so amazing because we got to step out of our predictable past and into the quantum field of possibility. Meditation is so powerful, but doing it in a group. At the week long, there was 2,200 people, and at the progressive, there was 6,200 people. But doing meditation and conscious creation with that many people is so powerful. People were there with chronic pain, depression, emotional wounds. They had cancer, all sorts of stuff. And everyone had a different story. And people came from all over the world. I think at the week long, there were 60 different cities around the world that were represented there, which is crazy. People from Pakistan to Russia, from, Mexico, and all over the United States. He set us up one-on-one with a partner next to us to talk about what we just heard. And that's how I learned about these people and all their struggles, their pain, which we all share, and how meditation could help them. Spending 6 hours a day in meditation wasn't a way to escape life. When I was sharing that with people, they're going, "Oh my God, you're just meditating your life away." But that's not true. Meditation gives you time to be silent, and it gives you time to create life. At least that's what it did for me. It helps you not try to learn from other people or in the outside world, but all the answers are inside. And I teach this. But doing these meditations this long was a great reminder. And since I returned, I've kept up these meditations, the 2-hour long ones. I get up earlier because he says starting at 4:30 is where the jam is. So I get up at 4:30, I do the 2-hour meditation, then I go back to bed, and then I wake up when I need to and go from there. But my creativity has skyrocketed. My ideas, the flow of the work I'm doing has been so strong, and because it's grounded in silence and calmer energy. But my main takeaways were our thoughts are electrical and our emotions are magnetic. What I felt was this new reality where I could create and be whoever I want to be while I was in that quantum field. And again, he teaches what I teach, but in a completely different way. And I love what he says. He says, when you change your personality, you change your personal reality. And that is so true. And that is at the crux of soul blazing, because we have all these imposters in our heads. I like to say, know thyself, not know thyself, because all of them are critical to who you are and how you live your life. In his meditations, we practiced becoming no one, going nowhere in no time. He has this reverb on his voice and it's hilarious, but it really takes you into this space that we're nobody. Who are we really? We're made up of atoms. That's the bulk of who we are. So we're nothing in the big picture. When you go into nowhere, nobody, no time, we can become everyone. We can go anywhere and we can do anything. And it's up to us. And all it takes is for us to be in silence, or listening to him give the meditation, or doing your Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, or your It doesn't matter what you do. And you could even paint, you could cook, you could bake, but while you're meditating, it changes your life. And when you change your energy, guess what happens? I teach this all the time. When you change your energy, you change your life. Because your thoughts are the signal. Your thoughts are the signal. and your emotions are the magnet. So together, what they do is they shape who you are in your reality. What I learned the most from him is to really believe in meditation. It was a great reminder because so many times when I meditate, I'm going, is this really working? Do I have the time for this? I have so much to do today. And it reminded me, no, you don't. If you don't do this meditation, nothing else is going to work out the way it will. Whatever you do, your work is going to be up-leveled by taking this hour or two to meditate. And you don't have to be a maniac like me doing an hour or two. You can do 15 minutes, 10 minutes and build up to it. But I've been doing this for years. And now I just did 7 days of 6 hours a day. And even one meditation, he had us wake up at 4 and didn't tell us. And we did it till 9 a.m. So 5 hours of meditation. You know, right? How many people could say they did that? There you have it. That's your goal to work up to if you really want to stay grounded, stay powerful, stay in your truth, know who you really are from your core, and not be afraid. Take off that mask and be yourself, because everyone needs who you truly are. Everyone else is taken.